Most of my long-term viewers, and even a lot of my newer viewers, probably know how much I love the Fallout franchise. It's my all-time favorite, and I've dedicated hundreds of videos and live streams to the series over the last 13 years. Additionally, I have platinumed and 100%ed every Fallout trophy list to date. Then in 2024, Fallout hit a major period of resurgence with the release of the arguably greatest video game to other media adaptation we've ever gotten, alongside a PS5 version of Fallout 4. This version even came with a new trophy list, though it is identical to the PS4 version, and with it the first ever PS5 Fallout Platinum trophy. Fallout 4 contains 51 total base game trophies, including that sweet Platty. The game also contains 34 DLC trophies spread across 6 DLC packs for a grand total of 85 trophies. The Platinum is a 3 out of 10 in difficulty and can be completed in about 50-ish hours if you sorta know what you're doing. The DLCs range from a 1 to a 3 out of 10 in difficulty and can take anywhere from 30 minutes to a solid 20 hours. So, let's take control of the sole survivor, dive back into the Commonwealth, and grab every single trophy in Fallout 4 on the PS5. After watching the intro cutscene, I do my typical bare minimum amount of character customization, and set my name and special stats. The fake news media declares that nuclear war has begun, but it turns out they were actually correct for once.
It's a giant mushroom.
Maybe it's friendly!
We become a popsicle, witness a kidnapping, and escape the vault for our first trophy. To some degree, doesn't Metal Gear Solid 3 have a Vita auto pop or something? But yeah, Cassie, Sly 4 has an auto pop. If you do it on the PS3, you can auto pop the Vita version. Side note, the side missions popping up are actually new content for the PS5 version, and yes, we'll be completing some of them. So the first two steps in obtaining this 100% are to complete the story up to the molecular level quest, as well as meeting all of the factions and starting their different quest lines. Though not a point of no return, the molecular level is the quest where you do have to start worrying a lot more about missable quests and trophies, so it's a good place to break up the trophy list. Codsworth, who has somehow survived the last 210 years, encourages us to seek out help in the nearby town of Concord. But first, we make a quick pit stop to recruit the bestest of boys. He's a dog, look at him, he's so cute. Hey, little puppy.
Hey, boy.
What are you doing out here on your own, puppy? I want you to come with me. We begin to kill the raiders that have taken over Concord. Then we meet Preston Garvey, the leader of the Minutemen. We also pick up the first of 20 bobbleheads that we will need to collect for a later trophy. We grab a suit of power armor and a minigun and are forced to fight a Deathclaw. Unfortunately, after this, Preston and the Minutemen relocate to Sanctuary, and Preston delivers his absolute favorite line of all time, but at least we get a trophy. Yep, a settlement needs your damn assistance. Oh boy. A settlement needs your help. Of course it does. So now it's time to make Sanctuary a nice place to live by Wasteland standards. I don't claim to be any kind of good at settlement building in Fallout 4 or Fallout 76, so don't expect anything all that grandiose. Our construction efforts get us to level 5, which unlocks a trophy. We're gonna build a water purifier down here. Ooh, what's that? Level 5, nice! I offer to help a settlement for the first time, and knock out an easy side quest trophy.
I was glad to help.
Well, I appreciate it. Of course, you know your windows too.
Alright. Another quest complete. While building my own exclusive world of fence posts, I got a trophy for crafting 100 workshop items. What trophy is that? 100 workshop items, cool. Now it's time to start aligning with settlements, at least enough to finish the Minutemen specific trophies. These quests usually involve traveling to a settlement, going to another location afterward to clear out enemies or retrieve an item, and then return. With the factory cleared out, Ten Pines Bluff joins the Minutemen, and Preston gives me control of the Minutemen for a trophy. It's definitely not.
I'll do it.
Alright, there's a quest complete.
Good. Welcome aboard.
Join the Minutemen. We have officially joined the Minutemen.
I'll be right beside.
To conclude the first stream, I built a pillory and assigned a very deserving NPC to use it. Spoiler alert, he never actually did what I said. To the stockades! For a trophy. Get in the stockades. Get in, Preston. You don't get to avoid it just because you're a main character. You go... okay, I guess he's not going to. Alright then. On my way to Diamond City, I triggered the first mission in the Brotherhood of Steel quest line. We also come across a claw machine. If you get really lucky, you might just manage to win a slice of 210-year-old pie, or cheesecake, according to the cookbook. We meet Piper, enter Diamond City, and despite the fact that I have at least 25 open wounds and several broken bones, we run the bases for an easy trophy. I don't think there's even like a time limit on this. I think you just basically have to do it. Easy trophy.
Oh.
Piper's interview took me up to level 10 for another trophy.
I agreed to come with you.
Hey, there we go. Reach level 10. Awesome. Now we have to go rescue Nick Valentine, the Wasteland's greatest detective. This takes us to another vault, only instead of drumsticks and ice cream sandwiches, it's filled with triggermen, who are probably a little bit less tasty. We rescue Nick after a few minutes, resort to violence due to a lack of sex appeal, and our escape finishes the quest for another trophy.
I'll meet you there.
Alright, I will meet you there. Alright, quest complete, and trophy unlocked. Side note, I took the second level of Idiot Savant here, which ended up being one of the absolute best choices of this entire run. After searching Kellogg's house, we complete the Follow Dog Meat section of the run, and we encounter a new enemy known as a synth. This is basically a slightly humanoid robot type enemy that often uses energy weapons. The cinematic moment where we face our son's kidnapper is ruined by this bug. Yep, it's not gonna work. Is the game about to crash? I feel like it's about to crash. The second attempt goes a little bit better. I'm gonna beat you up with a security baton because that's a great way for you to die, loser. Yeah! Get in, loser. We win in this. The Brotherhood officially arrives in the Commonwealth, thankfully without Knight Titus this time, and we get another story trophy along with a perfectly timed Idiot Savant.
Don't worry.
Oh, trophy! Idiot Savant. I concluded the second stream by helping the Brotherhood with a minor ghoul infestation. We agreed to help Paladin Dance, head over to ArcJet Systems, and I've got a little bit of a question. How in the hell does Dance survive this? And they all burn. When Knight Titus simply got mauled to death by a Yao Guai. Oh, and the fire killed me through my armor because potatoes. Despite suffering 4th degree burns, Dance offers to let us join the Brotherhood, which I accept. Back at the police station, we enjoy a politically charged Thanksgiving meal and a trophy.
Let me know when you're ready.
Alright, so what they have us do is just Radiant quests, I believe. Following a quick round of Radiant quests, we agree to serve as live bait in an attack on the castle, which results in the destruction of 3 entire generations of Mirelurks. We then go face to face, Orifice, I guess that's what that is, against a Mirelurk Queen, the first of 5 giant creatures we need to kill for a trophy. Speaking of trophies, here's one for completing the story quest. Alright. A settlement needs your assistance. 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 Next up was a game crash, which happens frustratingly often even on the PS5 version of the game. Thanks, Daddy Todd. Less than 20 minutes later, this happened. Which is cool, so let's head over there real quick. Okay. I'd like to be able to play the game. Now it's time to help more settlements for the rest of the stream, where we finally get the trophy for allying with 3 of them. I think only certain settlements actually count for this.
I've got that locket back for you.
Alright, there's our trophy for joining 3 settlements, or allying with 3 settlements. Perfect. I spent like half an hour clearing out the National Guard armory, recruited another settlement, and then came across a crashed UFO, which leads to a secret cave, an alien, and a brand new weapon. So I actually lied earlier because I did finally manage to put Preston in the stockade. Good. Now you're gonna stay there. And then I recruited my 5th follower for a trophy. Okay, Preston, you stay at Sanctuary. Hey, Codsworth tolerates you! And we got the trophy for 5 separate companions. Cool! Our next task is to work with an older member of the Minutemen to loot the armory in the castle. A sentry bot decided to store his big bulging missiles inside of my rectum multiple times. Oops. I love how I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna let that kill me this time. Nope. Walk right into it the second he walks over him. But we eventually reach the armory. This also unlocks artillery support, which sounds a lot cooler than it actually is overall. And we get a trophy.
Shaw returns. She's something else.
But we got a trophy, so I will take it.
Yeah.
So at this point, we've actually finished all of the Minutemen story trophies, so we can jump back into the main story and focus a little bit less on helping settlements. Normally, the Kellogg's Frosted Memories section is brief and easy, but the game just decided not to work correctly at all, leading to several reloads and a good 25 wasted minutes before getting the trophy. Yeah, I know how all this works. I'm knowledgeable on all this. There we go. Finish the mission. Oh, and this is a thing that happened. Holy sh**! What the What the actual... What? Excuse me? Did one of my DLC packs put the Enclave in the game? Anyway, our next destination is the Glowing Sea, which is a bit on the dangerous side. The leader of the Children of the Church of Adam gets eaten by a scorpion, and then we agree to help Virgil. We fight off some Enclave, which forwards one of this version's new side quests. Then, while searching for a Courser chip to forward the main story, I got a trophy for collecting 1,000 crafting pieces. Codsworth, don't say that because... Hey, there we go! Scavenged 1,000 resources for crafting, nice! We deal with the Courser, take its chip away, and then we get another trophy. Get it out of my inventory, it's a waste anyway. Whatever. Hunter hunted done! Ooh, Courser uniform, that's cool looking. I'll take that with me. Also, I had the brilliant idea to try and carry a fat man halfway across the map because I was over-encumbered. It actually worked, which was definitely surprising. I also began the tedious process of building all the cages for a very obnoxious DLC trophy. Speaking again of trophies, I fortified a settlement to reach level 25, which unlocked one of them. Yeah, this'll work. Hey! Look at that, level 25! Give it up for level 25!
Day 15! Give it up for day 15!
Now it's time to meet the railroad, which involves solving a puzzle that I probably ended up Googling the solution for. They analyze the Courser chip and send us on an initiation quest with a Deacon. We kill a synth leader, get one of my favorite unique weapons, and a trophy for picking 50 locks. It doesn't matter. Hey! 50 locks picked! Hell yes! Officially joining the railroad a few minutes later unlocks another trophy. Alright, we're in! I then headed off to complete the new Enclave quest line, which results in a ton of expensive and rare equipment. And then I proceeded to spend a solid half hour trying to lug it all back to Sanctuary. I spent the rest of that stream working on miscellaneous crap and ended up killing my 300th creature for a pretty easy trophy. That could have been extremely bad. Oh, hello, Feral Ghoul. Oh! What trophy is that? Oh, 300 creatures, okay. You know, for as bad as I am at constructing settlements, I sure spent a hell of a lot of time saving them for some reason. Anyway, I think it's time to fly up to the Prudwin, which involves us meeting the Elder Maxon. His first task for us is to clear out the mutant-infested Fort Strong, which is mostly uninteresting. Well, that is until this happened.
Fort Strong has been secured.
Excuse me?
Excuse me, Elder Maxon.
I'm occupied at the moment. We'll speak later.
Okay, well that was rude. That was really rude. I think this was just a small bug with the dialogue that didn't end up causing any overall problems aside from making me waste a solid 20 minutes rechecking every single room in Fort Strong to make sure I didn't leave any enemies behind. While completing the next railroad main quest, I got the trophy for discovering 100 locations.
Now,
Alright. Discover 100 locations. Nice! It's now time to build the teleporter as part of the molecular level quest. It is highly recommended to make a couple of backup saves before teleporting, as this is the point in the game where you can really begin to screw yourself out of several story trophies. Save often from this point and in different slots, as one small misstep might very well lock you out of multiple trophies. Speaking of trophies, and trophy. We've earned like 3 or 4 trophies tonight. Spoiler alert, this is not our son. This is. We meet all the heads of the Institute, including a surprisingly familiar face, and knock out another story trophy.
To perform. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
Alright, finished institutionalized. Nice. Oh, and I hit level 30, which officially opens up Nuka-World, which is the final and most difficult DLC pack. So I should go ahead and mention here that we're now in step 3 for our main playthrough, which is to side with the Brotherhood of Steel. After that, we'll be doing a partial playthrough for the Railroad and Institute trophies. So this means we need to recruit Madison, but she will only join us if we prove that Virgil is still alive. This involves fighting quite a few turrets and robots, but we were ultimately successful. Also, here's a quick DLC trophy for building a weapon, armor, and power armor stand, and displaying something on each. So do I just do that? I'm trying to remember exactly how you put this thing in. Aha! And there's a trophy! So, why did the Brotherhood want Madison back? Well, it's because they're rebuilding Liberty Prime following the events of Fallout 3, which technically canonizes certain events of Fallout 3. And for this, we will first need a high-powered magnet. We fight through a building full of robots, grab the magnet, and just look at how cute the goodest boy is. Oh, he actually is in the doghouse! Look at him! Look at how cute he is! Aww, I got my doghouse here. Dog meat, can I get you anything? Can I make you a dog bowl? Aww, you looking at Mr. Dance. You like Mr. Dance? These scientists are so needy. So after this, I accidentally stumbled across the trigger for the Automatron DLC. This DLC is pretty straightforward. It has 3 unmissable story trophies and 2 easy miscellaneous ones, and actually here's the first of those story trophies. Okay, so we'll send Paladin Dance over to... where is it? Sanctuary. Send everyone to Sanctuary. Alright, that's 1 trophy. Easy peasy. We work with our new pal Ada to kill a specific Robo-Brain and implant a part of his body inside Ada. Wow, I should have probably thought that out before I spoke it out loud. Oh, and I ended up saving Virgil, which is Neato Frito Cheeto if you ask me. We head to another facility to get a radio beacon from a severed brain in a jar, which involves killing some tougher enemies. Before heading to the Mechanist lair, we end up getting 2 trophies, one for the DLC mission and another for finishing 10 side quests. Because I guess some DLC quests count as side quests for some unknown reason. There's not much to this. Oh, that's a 10 side quests, cool. Why does this count as a side quest? I mean, I guess this is DLC, I guess that makes sense actually. On the next stream, I built a builder, which is required for a DLC trophy. I also built my 10th robot mod for a trophy. I'm gonna give you the MSAT. There we go. Build 10 robot mods. But how have I not acquired 10? Now we're off to stop the Mechanist once and for all. For some reason, the trophy for finding 10 robot mods didn't unlock until now, but hey, at least it eventually popped. I was getting a little bit worried there. Okay, so what do we got here? Sentry head. There it is, that's 10. Okay, well that took longer than I expected it to. Also, during this quest, you can actually get a free piece of perfectly preserved pie, which is always a W. The battle against the Mechanist is actually somewhat challenging as it involves killing several large waves of robots, and I ended up turning extra crispy at least one point. I did eventually complete the fight and earn the final trophy for the Automatron DLC. We're saying all this right in front of her.
Had the Mechanist's robots remained halting it with this knowledge.
Alright, all robot oh wow, okay. Well that's cool. I didn't realize we were just going to get that for free once we finish the DLC. I still don't fully understand this whole assembly line mechanic, though I assume you can actually do some pretty insane stuff with it if you do understand it. All I really cared about was my trophy for producing 100 items with a builder. Drop both of those and scrap them. And there it is! Mass production. Awesome. I also completed one of the new side quests for some pretty unique weapons. The next stream did not involve any trophies, but I did adopt an adorable Yao Guai. Aww, we have a pet Yao Guai! I actually pacified him, cool! Unfortunately I think we're gonna have to kill it because we need Yao Guai meat at some point. Also, Boomer here is usually problematic, but he legitimately pulled a Joe Biden and just stood there, clearly forgetting what he was supposed to shoot a nuke at. And I legitimately have no idea what happened here. I think Dance must have tried to enter the back rooms, but he just ended up falling through the wall into this dungeon. On a more positive side, I purchased the Spray and Pray, which is one of the outright best weapons in the game. While working on a side quest during the next stream, I killed my 300th human enemy for a trophy. Oh! That's killing 300 people. Okay, cool. Now we're back to the main quest to raid an armory filled with nuclear bombs. Although we are successful with it, Paladin Dance refuses to return with us for the moment. After bringing Liberty Prime partially back online, we are called to meet with Elder Maxon. It has been discovered that Paladin Dance is a synth and needs to be eliminated because racism is okay in this universe. Make sure to save before speaking with Dance, as you can actually avoid killing him by passing some speech checks. Maxon throws a bit of a hissy fit, but through the power of having a high enough charisma to ask Ella Purnell,
"You want to make my cock explode now?"
we are able to resolve the situation peacefully.
Him and bad Victoria.
Sounds good. And trophy! Our next task is to eliminate the railroad. The funniest part of this whole thing is that Preston literally doesn't give a f that you massacre half a dozen mostly innocent people, but he gets kind of upset about you stealing random junk for some reason. Okay. Steal things! Oh no! We're nearing the end of the main story with a quick raid on the Mass Fusion building. While there, I hacked my 50th terminal for a trophy. I mean, if you could do the hey, there we go, there's 50 terminals hacked, very cool. Many dead synths later, Liberty Prime comes fully back online, and we're given the exciting task of following him for 15 minutes as he slowly walks the CIT ruins. We fight tons of synths outside of CIT, Liberty Prime goes to Camp Green Lake for a few moments, and it's time to start the final story quest. I really don't think it does, I just think it probably canonizes the independent ending in Fallout New Vegas if I had to guess. There's a lot of enemies in this final battle. I wouldn't say there were a lot of enemies if there were not a lot of enemies, but you luckily have some strong allies by your side. So, how do you think Preston reacts when he watches us execute our own son in cold blood? Okay, is he gonna be mad if I do this? No? He doesn't care. We set the Institute to go boom boom. This, of all things, is what Preston gets pissy about. Preston hated that. We destroy the Institute, and remember earlier when I said that Idiot Savant was really gonna come in clutch? Well, here it is.
Let's get I'm pleased that you're anxious to get, but this is neither the time. Return to the Prydwen.
Oh, no way! No way! No way! No freaking way! Oh my god, no way! Do you guys know what just happened? We popped Idiot Savant on the final story quest. Look at that XP. Holy sh... 10,000 XP almost. Holy... That was awesome! With our first story playthrough complete, I decided to start knocking out a few miscellaneous trophies, starting with the one for playing a holotape game. I don't think you get anything for playing these aside from the trophy, though. Then I crafted my 100th item for another. Side note, only certain items work for this, and Jet is probably the cheapest item to craft. Antifreeze. That's probably healthy. Oh yeah, that's super healthy. Asbestos. I love asbestos in my drugs. But hey, we got a trophy. So, that's good. I love asbestos in my drugs. I want to smoke some asbestos in my drugs today. I promise, killing all of these Mirelurks has a purpose, and I'll explain it shortly. It's now time to go for the absolute worst trophy in the base game, known as Benevolent Leader. For this trophy, you have to reach 100 happiness in a large settlement. This trophy has a rather infamous reputation for being a royal pain in the ass. Due to Bethesda themselves not actually understanding how settlement happiness works, the requirements to reach 100% happiness are arbitrary, seemingly random, luck-based, and honestly just kind of a buggy disaster. There isn't a single foolproof method to get this trophy, but I was thankfully able to get it using what we call the cat method. Basically, you want to build 5 cat cages, which requires that soft-shell Mirelurk meat that I was hunting earlier, fill each of them with cats, release all the cats, build yourself a robot workbench, build a new Automatron, and pray that the game decides to function long enough for the trophy to unlock. This was a method people used back in the day. Oh, there it is! Alright, it unlocked. It was delayed as all hell, but it unlocked. Alright, guys. Benevolent Leader, the worst trophy in the base game, is done. With the worst trophy in the base game completed, it's time to make some progress on the most annoying of the 6 DLC packs, which is Wasteland Workshop. I honestly still don't understand how exactly this particular trophy unlocked, but at least I got it. Yeah, every single trophy in this DLC is broken. Oh. Wait. Okay. That one unlocked. You know what? Cool. I got that one done. I then finished modding 50 weapons for an easy base game trophy. Short light barrel. Long light barrel. There it is! Armed and dangerous, that's 50 weapons mods made. Apparently Preston loves me now. He's definitely getting his little heart broken a little bit later on in the series, but at least there's a trophy for it. United We Stand perk. What does that do? It should also be mentioned that a touchdown in the Fallout universe means attempting to catch a miniature nuclear warhead with your bare hands. Spoiler alert, this is just a tad bit less safe than American football, but it does net us a trophy. It did! There we go! Hell yes. Trophy unlocked. Cage building is boring and annoying. I killed the mayor of Diamond City for reasons I honestly don't remember. And I worked on, and actually completed, several side quests. Alright, we're about halfway through this video so far, and if you guys have been enjoying it, I really hope you'll go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, ring the bell if you haven't done so already, for more trophy videos in the future. We still have quite a bit more to talk about with Fallout, but this video has taken quite a while to put together, so I would love to get your guys' support for it. At this point, we have reached Stage 4 of the roadmap. Now the goal is to reload an older save and complete the game again while working with both the Railroad and Institute, since their quest lines are interconnected and you don't actually need to get the Railroad's full ending. We meet all the important people of the Institute again, tell the Railroad about what we saw, and begin working with an inside man, or synth type guy. To be honest, not a whole lot of action in this stream aside from completing this random chemistry puzzle in Walter White's basement. Okay, so that actually wasn't entirely true, as there's a portion where we have to kill a bunch of Institute people and make sure that none of them escape. You have to be kinda careful with the Battle of Bunker Hill, because doing the wrong things or picking the wrong dialogue can actually turn the Institute hostile, so definitely manually save before starting this quest. We find out that our son is dying of cancer, and upon basically being given control of the Institute, we get a story trophy. And it's so many just like random white women complaining about stupid things. Alright, well that was an easy quest. That was a super easy quest. Next is a battle against the Brotherhood at the Mass Fusion Building, since both sides want the beryllium agitator. This fight is rather chaotic, and power armor is definitely recommended. We grab the agitator, deal with tons of Brotherhood knights, report our success to Father, and complete another brief mission where we pass some speech checks to peacefully talk someone down. We announce to the Commonwealth that Daddy has finally returned, and he's returned with milk and a paddle, and we complete another story quest and a trophy. Makes sense. Talk to Father. Hey! Perfect time. Holy cow, that's like the second time on this particular save file where I've gotten that at the end of a quest. We report to our inside man, and then the railroad about our progress, which completes another story quest and a trophy. Ooh, what do you make for me? Alright, end of that quest. Precipice of War. The Brotherhood launches an assault on the railroad's base, which we repel, and Desdemona orders a retaliatory strike on the Brotherhood. We launch an attack on the Cambridge police station, destroy a Brotherhood vertibird Mike Banning style, and prepare to take down the Prudwin. It should be noted that there are actually 3 different options for the Rocket's Red Glare quest. You can either attempt to stealth your way through the airship, you can disguise yourself as a Brotherhood soldier, or just go in guns blazing. Guess which option I picked? Based on what's happening in the background, you can probably figure it out. This is a long fight, so make sure to bring a lot of weapons and a lot of stim packs if you plan to go loud. That being said, we plant all the explosive charges, and stage a reenactment of the famous Hindenburg incident, and then trophy.
Comrades, thank you for keeping them.
With that, the railroad-specific trophies are complete, meaning that our next objective is to betray them in order to get the Institute ending. Now we get one of my favorite moments of the series and my very first ever YouTube short. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you, Yummy Yummy Head Coffee. Oh, that's amazing! Oh, that's freaking amazing! Oh, I'm taking a screenshot of that here in a second. But look at this. That head could not be in a better spot. That is freaking amazing. That is absolutely amazing. And it's hilarious. The coffee comes out of his mouth. Yummy, yummy head coffee. Yes. Yummy, yummy head coffee. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. Cartman's farts. With the railroad defeated, we speak with our son one last time to complete the game. And remember how I said Idiot Savant was going to come in clutch? Yeah, that ending is actually really sad. And like, oh no freaking way! What are the odds? Okay, what are the odds that I got that to pop on both Nuclear Option and Nuclear Family? What are the odds of that? The odds of that have gotta be something minuscule. Okay, I need to go buy a Mega Millions ticket, actually. Anyway, it is now time for the 5th and final step in obtaining the Platinum, which is going back to the original save file and knocking out all the Miscellaneous and DLC trophies. I think I'll start with tracking down some of the 20 bobbleheads, and upon finding the 10th, we get a trophy. Well, I wanted to scavenge the body. Guess we're not getting that. Alright, there's number 10. Also, before finishing all the bobbleheads, I ended up reading my 20th total magazine for a trophy. He's got whiskey, and a Massachusetts Surgical Journal, which gives me a trophy, and vegetable soup. Your life ain't that terrible. Super mutants attack the castle. The attackers actually included a behemoth, which turned out to be my 5th giant creature kill for a trophy. Is that seriously not 5 creatures? Okay, thank you. I was about to say, I was almost positive I was at 5 by that point. Also, I tried playing with lava for some reason. Let's quickly make a jump over to the Vault-Tec DLC. While clearing out the defenders outside, I finally hit level 50 for the final leveling trophy. But for some reason that doesn't actually surprise me at this point. Oh, there's level 50, hell yes! The Vault-Tec DLC is pretty easy with 2 basically story-related trophies and a third based on some simple exploration. You also get this absolutely colossal area to build in underground. I'm sure that some of you people out there that are much better at settlement construction could make something really badass out of here. I got another very well-timed idiot savant on this playthrough so far. Hey! And my first trophy for this DLC was for opening up all the building areas. Why would you do that? I don't care if you're in a competition or not for it. If you make it that far, you need to be... That's pretty close to the end of the game. Soon enough, we recruit our first dweller, which gets us a trophy. And there we go, there's another trophy. Alright, we officially have a Vault Dweller. The goal of this DLC is to become a slightly less homicidal John Kramer and experiment on our dwellers. For some reason, it wouldn't work, so I saved the game and then killed the Overseer to instantly pop the last trophy. Overseer because this is just ridiculous. This should not be a problem. But it is. I have no choice. Literally have no choice. For some reason it started working after I reloaded the save, so I have no idea what happened. I then decided to go for the Docile trophy for having 5 tamed creatures in a settlement. They all have to be tamed at the same time, and like the rest of the Wasteland Workshop DLC, this trophy is finicky and buggy, but it did unlock after a few minutes of attempts. That doesn't sound good. There it goes! Thank God! Okay. That trophy is finally done. Also, I started the Far Harbor DLC during a supply run to Diamond City. We're on to our 18th total stream, which is actually the stream where I unlocked the Platinum. During the stream, I completed my 50th Miscellaneous objective for a trophy. Most of these were farmed off-screen by calling in vertibirds from the Brotherhood, riding them a short distance, getting out, and rinsing and repeating that. Hey! That's 50 Miscellaneous objectives! More importantly, I finally finished building all the cages, which completed Wasteland Workshop. That's now 4 out of the 6 DLCs complete. That is one that we haven't yet built. And it's done! Hell yeah, boys and girls, DLC completed. That is it for Wasteland Workshop. After working through some more side quests, I grabbed the final bobblehead for another trophy. Something safer. Yes. And that's all our bobbleheads. The final trophy for the base game is Prankster's Return, for reverse pickpocketing an explosive into somebody's pants. Do note that this time around you actually need a perk to do it, and I could not think of a more deserving recipient of the explosive castration than Mr. Settlement Needs Your Assistance himself.
Take cover!
Yes! He literally doesn't care that I just tried to blow him up. He doesn't care that I just tried to kill him. He doesn't know it was me. Well, that was anticlimactic. I thought he would at least have some kind of reaction to me trying to murder him. With Platinum number 803 under my belt, all we have left are the 2 largest DLCs, which are called Point Lookout but with Sense, and Become a Raider in a less fun way than Fallout 76. With Shrek 5 officially being announced, I'd like to see quite a bit of green today, so point lookout, but with sense it is. Don't worry guys, I'm just kidding, it's actually Far Harbor, which is generally considered the best DLC in the game. Far Harbor contains 10 trophies, 5 of which are story related, while the other 5 are miscellaneous. Now, that being said, one of the story trophies can be apparently missed depending on your choices, as can the Workshop trophy, so definitely make sure to have an extra manual save when you arrive in the town. I'm pretty sure Josh Jepson is from up here, or at least Maine in general. Maybe not this particular area of Maine, but from Maine. It's a homecoming for him. Alright, 1 trophy already. We defend the main settlement from mutated swamp creatures, build the first of 4 potential homesteads, work on some new side quests, and earn the second story trophy. But it's sweet and it's funny to watch. Alright, another story trophy. Awesome. We eventually meet up with a faction of the Church of Adam, completing a quest to gain their trust, and I got a trophy for discovering 20 locations in Far Harbor. Because again, with COD Classic, it's hard. It's extremely hard. Alright, that is 3 locations discovered in... No, it's not 3 locations discovered. It's... Wait! That's 20 locations discovered, isn't it? Yeah, that's 20 locations discovered, because the workshop isn't open yet, so I think that's what it is. I fought a legendary Blood Rage Mirelurk and got a pathetic reward for it. Then I cooked a new DLC recipe for a trophy. Yep, that was easy. Easy trophy. Also, I cleared out the 3rd workshop location, but for some reason the trophy didn't pop until I finished the associated side quest. And there we go. Unlocked 3 locations. Excellent. 3 workshops.
Mariner says the fall.
I want to briefly say that I don't really fully understand what the story was for this DLC. I don't remember it all that well, but I know that the ultimate goal I was working towards was peace amongst all the factions. Now for the outright worst quest in the game, possibly the worst in all of Fallout history, the Cube Prison from Hell. The whole goal of this quest is to protect virtual bugs as they go from virtual point A to virtual point B and then back to virtual point A. This whole segment is just so freaking bizarre, so out of place, I honestly can't figure out who at Bethesda thought this would be a good idea. Oh, and this section ain't short either. There's I think 5 total puzzles, and I spent, not even exaggerating, 58 minutes on this godforsaken of a mission. Thankfully, it eventually comes to an end. I spent a bit of time hunting Far Harbor creatures and exploring, more working with factions, fighting more enemies, wasting time on settlement building, and completing another story quest.
And here.
Okay, we got a trophy! Yes! We continue the pursuit for peace, as it's by far the best way to ensure that the missable story trophy is earned. Passing speech checks is an important part of this, and we're ultimately successful.
And of course.
Alright, everything's good. 1,500 caps, hell yes. Alright. With the missable trophies out of the way, I quickly knocked out a miscellaneous trophy for finding all 5 issues of Islander's Almanac. Search everything up here then. I might not have. There it is! There it is! Another trophy! Then I made a brief stop back in the Commonwealth to finish the last of Far Harbor's story missions. Okay, I'll take it.
Thank you again.
Alright, there's a trophy! The final Far Harbor trophy is Hooked, for killing 30 Far Harbor-specific sea creatures. This was a little bit of a small grind, but not particularly difficult, so here's that trophy. Every sea creature we kill is trophy progress, so it's good. I will take this. Any progress I get is progress. Hey, there it is! We're actually done. Wow, okay, Far Harbor's done. Awesome. So, at this point, all we have left is the 6th and final DLC, Nuka-World, which I'm saving for the next stream. But first, I wrapped up one small loose end and finished the now functioning Vault-Tec DLC questline. Nuka-World is by far the most complex DLC, with 4 pretty time-consuming story trophies and 6 miscellaneous ones, and there's no shortage of missable and buggy trophies this time around. Needless to say, make an extra manual save in another slot before getting on the train to Nuka-World. This DLC starts out with a bang, as you'll have to clear a long gauntlet filled with traps and enemies. It's a solid hour of combat and running. We pick up a water gun, which is actually critical in this battle against the overboss, and soon enough we get our first Nuka-World trophy. Might do Battlefield 4, PS4, 1 and 5. 1's pretty easy. Alright, there's our first Nuka-World trophy. Very nice. We meet an unexpected familiar face, become the new overboss, and meet the 3 Raider faction leaders. Now to address the missables. If at any point you attack one of the Raider gangs, all 3 of them will end up turning hostile. Now, you can still explore Nuka-World if you do that, but any of their activities and therefore trophies tied to helping out the Raiders become impossible, so just be careful. Very, very careful. The next story quest is extremely long, as you have to clear out each of the individual sections of the park, each of which is filled with dozens of enemies. Along with that, I started working on a Raider side quest, as there's a trophy for it. One other side objective is to find all 35 of these star cores for a very nice reward, though not a trophy. Unfortunately, there isn't a lot to talk about over the next couple of streams, as they were basically just spent clearing out each area of the park, doing side quests, and collecting those star cores and some Nuka-Cola recipes. Now on the third to last stream, I continued working on the Radiant Raider quests, eventually earning a trophy for completing 12 of them.
Here.
And I was just probably drunkenly joking about it. Hey, there we go! Okay, no more of this shit. Now we're back to clearing out areas of the park. Not particularly difficult for the most part, but certainly not quick. While clearing areas out, I was crafting a lot of custom Nuka-Cola drinks, as it's actually tied to 2 different trophies. Getting kills while under the effect of supercharged diabetes juice is really annoying due to the short duration of the drinks and the fact that this trophy has been bugged since the PS4 version, but after over an hour I finally managed to pop it. And the bees. Hey, there it is! Thank God! Okay, that trophy was scaring me from the start. It's done. I don't have to farm it. Thank God. Oh, another recipe. Nice. Completing Sierra's side quest brings us literally face to face with the creator of Nuka-Cola, who wants to clock out for the very last time. Sierra wants him to live, so I did what any self-respecting raider would do, kill them both and take all the rewards for myself. I feel like she's gonna get really mad. Oh no! I'm so scared of you. I'm a raider now, bitch. Okay. That was a pretty good solution, actually. I like that. Nuka-Nuke. Nuka-Nuke schematics. Nuka-Cola formula. Bradburden safe key. All those Nuka-Colas. Alright, I like that option. With all the areas of Nuka-World cleared out, I finally completed the extensive Grand Tour quest for a trophy.
Doing that.
And on Twitter, avoid Twitter like the plague. Okay, that's fair enough.
It's about... Oh.
There it is! There's a trophy! At this point, we finally begin the full-blown raiding part of the Raider DLC, which involves taking over settlements back in the Commonwealth. We have to capture 8 settlements for the Raiders for a trophy. Now, obviously this will end up causing conflicts with the Minutemen, but unfortunately this game really only gives you 2 options. You can either take over the settlements and keep working with the Raiders, or you can massacre all the Raiders, which will lock you out of several trophies, and it's not a particularly easy fight either. It's really kind of an unfortunate system, and I honestly can't believe I'm saying this, but Fallout 76, just 1 year after its disastrous release, they did a whole Raider faction questline that I think they did a lot better than this. Nuka-World isn't a bad DLC per se, but it's soured on me somewhat over the years. I don't like it quite as much as I first did. The penultimate stream begins with me taking my 3rd Commonwealth settlement to complete the next story trophy. And Nuka-World... Oh, okay. That's how it works. Oh! Oh yeah, that was the story trophy, okay. I didn't know exactly which one that was. No matter how fair you were with dividing up territory, one of the 3 Raider factions will end up turning against you. Before dealing with the Deviant faction, I helped the Short Bus people with their UFO project, and then this happened. Wait! Ah! Perfectly preserved pie! First freaking try. Not even clickbait. First try. Wow. First freaking try. I could tell because the thing was delayed. That's how you can tell the thing's delayed. First freaking try, I get the piece of pie. That's awesome. The enemy raiders are making a last stand inside Nuka-World's power plant. That's an interesting design for an assault rifle. Anyways, we take out Mason, and we finally bring the power back online. Also, a story trophy.
There's plenty of caps out.
Alright. Power play, check. With the Nuka-World's gas station workshop now active, I actually built a contraption that will be critical for farming the 100,000 arcade tickets. This method isn't quite perfect, but it's by far the best way to grind tickets. You basically set up several basketball games in a very specific way and play all of them at once with the hoops overlapping each other, and you can rack up tickets fairly quickly. I spent the remainder of the stream taking over settlements for the raiders, eventually grabbing the trophy for taking 8 of them. Alright. There it is. We're done. No more of this crap to do. Thank God. We're finally off to the final stream, which begins with farming the last few thousand tickets, and then trading them for this obnoxiously grindy trophy to finally come to an end. Yes. Alright, there it is. 100,000 tickets redeemed. So what kind of things can I buy? Prize level 5. Ooh, I can have a mini nuke. I want a mini nuke. I then grab the last star core for a pretty sweet suit of power armor. Next up is locating the remaining Nuka-Cola recipes and then crafting them, including one for simply talking to a friendly hobo on the outskirts of Nuka-World. 1 trophy left. Alright, there it is. Beverage here. The final trophy is a bit anticlimactic as it simply requires us to find 5 scav magazines. And with that, the final trophy of the first PS5 Fallout trophy list has been obtained. Alright, killed all them. And it's going to be right over here.
Hell yeah.
There it is. Folks, that's it. That's the last trophy. We are actually done with the trophies. That's kind of insane. It's actually done. Well, this Platinum and 100% certainly did not disappoint. I love the franchise, and I love that we finally got one on the PS5. I don't know when or if we'll actually get another Fallout list on PS5 or future PlayStation consoles, so I just wanted to make sure to enjoy this one to its fullest extent. Thank y'all for watching. If you enjoyed, and especially if you made it all the way to the end, I hope you'll leave a like, subscribe, and ring the bell, and let me know down in the comments what your favorite Fallout game is. I apologize for how long this video took to upload. I was very busy the last few months, but I'm hoping that 2025 is going to be a lot more productive. I have several more trophy videos really ready to get started on editing, and a lot of them are going to be shorter than this one. So, thanks again. See y'all back here real soon for some more trophy content.